Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to another disaster detail video. Now, the vehicle sitting behind me today is a 2006 Ford F-150 that just came in straight off the farm, and as you already got a glimpse of, this truck has been used hard. Alright, well, it's not hard to imagine why this truck is so dirty on the outside, as it definitely sees a lot of gravel roads and highway driving, so the front end is completely caked with bug guts, the wheels and tires are covered in dirt, and with some sort of chemical spill on the tailgate, this exterior is pretty filthy and needs a ton of work. But moving inside now, and I'm not at all surprised to see that it's in even worse shape, as there's an absolute pile of dirt and other debris like straw and durum wheat on the carpets. There's some really nasty goop in a few of the cup holders and really caked on dirt in just about every crevice in here. But just before we dive into the detail, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you've got the bell on so you never miss out on a future video. Alright guys, well, I am definitely looking forward to getting this truck completely transformed and looking sweet again, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, starting on the pre-wash rinse, and it sure doesn't take long to see that there is in fact some beautiful red paint hiding underneath all that dirt. And just to give you some background on the vehicle, it's got over 220,000 kilometers on it, or about 137,000 miles, and unusually, the customer isn't actually the owner of the truck, as this detail was a Father's Day gift for his dad, so that's definitely not the norm, but nice that I get to be involved in something special like that. Moving to the tailgate now, and you'll notice there's two spots where there was clearly some sort of chemical spilled on the paint, as the residue didn't come off with the first pass of the pressure washer, but fortunately going over it a few times did manage to get it all removed, and once it was, the paint underneath looked to be unaffected. And if any of you are wondering why I'm not spraying out the box of the truck today, it's because the owner actually requested that I didn't, since it was chock full of tools and other personal items, so even though I would have liked to get it clean, I'll certainly respect his wishes and leave it. Now, seeing just how dirty the face of these wheels is, it's very likely the inside barrel is full of dirt too, so I'll definitely need to take my time and get in nice and close with the wand to get it all sprayed out. Moving up to the front end where all the dead bugs are, and with the front bumper and grille being completely covered and the bugs looking like they've been there for a long time, I'm making sure to get as much of it off with the pressure washer as I can, but I can see that some remnants are being left behind, so before the foam bath, I'll use a bug remover to help dissolve them a little bit before moving on to the wash process. Alright, with the truck covered in some nice thick foam, I'll grab my boar's hair detail brush and go around the entire vehicle using it in all the crevices like the emblems, door handles, and behind the gas door, which are all areas that my washment really can't get into. Now with the truck washed and dried, I'll turn my attention to the interior and grab the floor mats, and with just rubber ones in here, the process is a little quicker than with carpet, as I'm just simply spraying the loose dirt off, then using some 4:1 APC and hitting it with the drill brush before blasting them clean. Alright, with the seats out, I can get started on vacuuming up the massive amount of debris on the carpets. And for any of you who might wonder why I almost always use the small crevice attachment, It's simply because I feel it's the most efficient way to get this job done. If I was using a bigger one, I would constantly have to switch over to the crevice one to get into those tighter spaces, and knowing myself, I'd more than likely always be leaving it just out of reach. Plus, I also get increased suction with the smaller one, so overall, I feel like it's the better choice. Now, one tip I have for vacuuming on seats is that you always want to be stretching the seams out as much as you can, as that's where the dirt loves to hide. And when possible, make sure you fully recline the seats as well, so you can get easy access to any trapped dirt or debris between the upper and lower portions. Moving to extracting these dirty seats now, and as I've probably mentioned before, I always start with the seats so they have the most amount of time to dry out. And I've seen some questions recently about the drill brushes that I use, so for anyone interested, the link to them is in the description for you, and they are a highly versatile tool to have, as not only can they be used in your vehicle, but they also come in a few stiffer versions that can be used for all sorts of applications, like tile showers to barbecue grills. Okay, with the seats clean now, I'll move to the carpets, and I've seen a few people ask recently about what I use in the Bissell, and we're wondering if I add solution in the tank or not, and the answer is no. I only use hot water in the tank since I pre-treat the carpets with solution, and then while I make the first few passes, I spray down hot water at the same time to help further dissolve the solution so it can all be extracted out. Now for anyone curious as to what extractor I'm using here, it's a Bissell Spot Clean Professional, and for the price, it's easily the best extractor on the market as it provides ample suction power and can do an incredible job on dirty carpets and seats. So if any of you have watched my videos and have been amazed at how well it works, the link to it is in the description for you and can easily work magic for you too. Here's all the dirty water pulled from this F-150. Gross. Now with the cleaner areas wiped down with 10:1 APC, I'll bust out the steamer for all the stuck on grime, up the strength of the APC to 4:1, and basically just blast it all off with high velocity steam, although sometimes I do need to agitate with a detail brush, and then I'll simply just wipe things clean with a microfiber towel. Now underneath the cup holder inserts there was some mold growing, so using the same process I'll spray on some 4:1 APC and then hit it with steam, And with the crud in here being really stuck on, I had to grab the brush attachment to agitate it a bit, but after a few minutes of work, it's going to be perfectly clean. Now to boost the depth and gloss of this paint, I'm using some Meguiar's synthetic sealant, and with a black finishing pad on my polisher, I'll apply a nice even layer to the entire truck, wait about 10 to 15 minutes, and then gently buff it off with a 420 GSM microfiber towel. Now the last step of the detail is to get some Carpro Pearl applied to the tires, and I usually dilute it between 1:1 and 2:1, which is the nice thing about Pearl is that since it comes in a concentrate, you can dilute it to various strengths for use on rubber, vinyl, plastics, and even leather. All right guys, and 12 hours later, I've got this F-150 looking super pretty again. It's ready to head back out to the farm and get dirty again. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.